everybody, welcome back to AVA Pop Culture, where the ghosts are real, the VHS tape is always rewound, and the popcorn is haunted. Tonight we are taking a tour through the dark hallways of 10 haunted house movies you probably missed, or maybe you just didn't realize how good they actually were. These aren't your typical Amityville horror or Conjurings. We are digging deep into the weird, the forgotten, and the criminally underrated haunted house movies. So grab a flashlight, keep your Ouija board on airplane mode, and let's start our haunted house crawl. Pop that tape in, I got you, let's go do this. Alright, so 10 haunted house movies you probably missed, or maybe you just need a reminder of. We've got 10 good ones here. Haunted house is one of my favorite genres of horror subgenres. There's a lot with horror, but let's get right into the list at number 10 with 1978's The Evil. If you ever wondered what The Exorcist would look like if it moved into the basement designed by Heavy Metal magazine, The Evil is your answer. Richard Crenna, yes, Rambo's boss, Richard Crenna, buys an abandoned mansion built over a literal gateway to hell. Apparently, they've been discussing things with Lucio Fulci at this point, because apparently in the 70s, real estate agents just didn't disclose demonic foundations at all. This one's got everything. A groovy sound design, supernatural doors opening and closing, kind of sweaty 70s aesthetic and paranoia that makes you feel like you need a shower afterwards because it's got, you know, kind of a little sleaze in there, maybe the devil himself, and it's got drive-in style charm that Joe Bob would cheer for. Cheap, effective, fun, full of wild energy. I like The Evil. It is absolutely a different haunted house movie. It comes in at number 10. Now, number 9 is one that just got a beautiful 4K restoration this year from Vinegar Syndrome, so the haunt looks better than ever in The Nesting from 1981. This one is pure haunted house gothic meets sleazy 80s exploitation, so it's a good one. A pulp novelist with writer's block and agoraphobia hides out in an old Victorian mansion because that's always a great idea, right? You just go to this old creepy mansion and hide out. And she ends up basically writing her own obituary instead. The Nesting has atmosphere just dripping from the wallpaper, overgrown vines, creaky floors, ghosts that have actual emotional baggage, a whole small town aesthetic that's in on it that knows everything's going on there, the Shining vibes with her writing and the typewriter. You've got storms, lightning, rain, all that stuff outside. It is a perfect old school haunted house movie done just right. It's creepy, campy, and criminally forgotten. Rediscover The Nesting. It comes in at number 9. Now at number 8 is another one that the good old people over at Vinegar Syndrome decided to revive again just this year. It's 1988's The Carpenter. Wings Hauser, the late great Wings Hauser, that's the sentence. He stars in this one, and the movie plays as a murderous ghost carpenter. The carpenter, he's a murderous ghost. He comes back from the dead to finish building his house. Or maybe there's another way to look at this and you wonder if he's even there or not. It's kind of interesting. But anyway, anybody that gets in his way ends up as part of the woodwork in this one. It's weird, it's funny, it's super emotional, and it leans hard into the late 80s VHS aesthetic, that rental store insanity, something you'd have found on a Friday night and picked it up by the cover art. If you like haunted houses with a side of mullet and murder, this Canucksploitation haunted house film is perfect for you. The Carpenter delivers. It comes in at number 8. Now at number 7, we go to a modern indie with some old school bones with 2015's we are still here. This is basically a 70s haunted house style movie made in 2015, and it pretty much nailed that aesthetic. You've got grieving parents that move into this rural home that happens to just sit on top of, you guessed it, another burial site. So, you know, that 70s real estate agents, they just kept on with that stuff, and you bury anything under these houses and we're good to go. It's a slow burn horror done right, but brutal, stylish. You get to see the monsters, the ghosts on screen a lot. I like that. It's atmospheric. It's snowy outside. You got the small, creepy town aesthetic, which I'm a big fan of too. If you guys want another one of those lists, the best all-time creepy atmosphere small town movies, let me know. This one's got pure Fulci level bloodbath though in the final act. It goes over the top. But you also got Barbara Crampton in here, one of my favorite horror actresses of all time, giving a really good performance in this. The whole thing feels like some sort of lost cousin of The Fog and The Changeling together, but We Are Still Here works. It comes in at number 7. Now, at number 6, we go all the way back to the granddaddy of all ghost stories and haunted house movies. It's 1944's The Uninvited. This, like I said, is the granddaddy of them all, because before this movie, all horror movies, haunted house movies, anything with ghosts always turned out to be something else. This is the first one, really, where it was really a ghost and a real serious haunting in the movie. You've got jump scares, slamming doors, atmosphere and mystery out the wazoo. The Uninvited nails the haunted house tone perfectly. Ray Milland and his sister buy a gorgeous mansion where the wind howls just a little too mournfully and the ghosts have a tragic backstory. It's elegant, but it is chilling and way more mature than most modern ghost flicks, especially haunted house ghost flicks. Without this movie, though, there is no haunting. There is no The Others. There is no Crimson Peak. None of that stuff. Respect your elders, especially the spectral ones, like in The Uninvited from 1944. It comes in at number 6. Now, at number 5 on the list is one that I admit you've probably seen, but maybe you've forgotten and just haven't revisited in a few years. Or maybe you just don't remember how damn good The Others from 2001 really is. Nicole Kidman's cold, ghostly turn in The Others reminded Hollywood that horror could still be very intelligent and atmospheric and very well acted. It's like a slow candlelit nightmare, part Hitchcock, part Twilight Zone, and that twist is still one of the most elegantly executed reveals in ghost story history. It's the kind of film that doesn't need gore. It haunts you with silence, shadows, and mystery, a rare modern masterpiece that earns its spot among the classics. The Others comes in at number 5. Now, at number 4 is one that I am very fond of this time of year, but every time I mention it, people are like, I've never heard of that. What is it? Well, it's 1992's Ghostwatch. BBC aired this one live on Halloween night, 1992, pretending it was a news special. So half the UK lost their mind, like a million phone calls about this going on. This was 10 years before Paranormal Activity, 7-8 years before the Blair Witch Project, and it did the found footage horror concept perfectly in a haunted house format. News anchors, cameras, ghosts, terrifying slow burn, haunting, possessing horror that felt way too real. It's not just a haunted house story. It's like a whole haunted broadcast, a piece of television history that's still unsettling today. It scares me. If you want realism in a haunted house story, this one is the real deal. It's a must watch. Ghostwatch comes in at number 4. Now, number 3 is a rough one, and not because it's bad, but because it is so scary and effective. It's 1982's The Entity. Based on a true story Barbara Hershey plays a woman tormented by an unseen force that keeps assaulting her, attacking her, and haunting her home. It's one of those films that blends psychological trauma with supernatural horror so tightly that you don't know which one is scarier. The electronic score in this, the score in this is terrifying and unsettling itself. It's like anxiety put through a blender full of chains and screws, and the direction makes you feel hopeless and helpless right along with Barbara Hershey. It's disturbing, it's brilliant, it's unforgettable, and it's still an unsolved type mystery and haunting with a lot of documented evidence on film by scientists and doctors. Pretty scary. The Entity comes in at number 3. Now, at number 2, it's time to lighten things up a bit with one of my favorite haunted house horror comedies. There's nothing more you can ask for this. It's 1992's Evil Toons. This is Who Framed Roger Rabbit meets the Evil Dead 2 in a haunted house. Throw in a haunted book, a demon cartoon, wolf demon, and some late night cable TV TNA sleaze and raunchiness, and you get Evil Toons. It's not high art at all, but it is so fun. A group of beautiful girls get stuck in a haunted house and get terrorized by a hand-drawn cartoon monster that looks like it escaped from a Tex Avery nightmare. It's so bad. It is brilliant. A film that knows just how ridiculous it is and just enjoys being haunted, horny, and hilarious. Joe Bob Briggs would give this 2 big thumbs up with a beer chaser. This movie is so much fun. You're going to see some people you know in there, Dick Miller, among others. This thing is a blast. I cannot recommend Evil Toons enough. It comes in at number 2. And at number 1, I've got Vincent Price. Should I say anything else? How about The Haunted Palace, 1963? Technically, this is based on an H.P. Lovecraft story, but marketed as an Edgar Allan Poe adaptation because at that time that sold more tickets. But what you get here is absolute ghostly, gothic, haunted, atmospheric perfection. You got fog-drenched graveyards, tormented souls, cursed family, and Price at his absolute best in here. It's rich visually, eerie, just stunning visually. The town is like a character in this. The fog, the creepy small town, the house. It's the perfect marriage of a haunted house atmosphere and old school studio craft is what you got here. This is the kind of film that made horror artistic long before A24 showed up with their grief metaphors and low lighting. If you want to see where it all started, but done the right way with scares, fog, atmosphere, and the demonic old gods just beyond the door, then end your night with The Haunted Palace. It comes in at number 1. So there you have it, 10 haunted house movies that deserve a second life in your watch list. From 80s sleazy VHS gems to classic black and white haunted spook shows, these are the films that remind us the house isn't haunted, we are. If you like this trip through cinematic real estate hell, please like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel. And if you enjoy what we're doing here and you want to be a part of it and help support the channel even more, you can join my Patreon. The link is below. You're going to get your name and lights on every single video, behind the scenes looks at my filmmaking, 4K deep dive, physical media, movie reviews, all kinds of special members videos, and so much more, and everything goes back into the channel. And let me know, tell me which one of these movies, have you seen all these? Did you enjoy these? Which other ones would you recommend? I love haunted house movies. And until next time, be kind, rewind like always. This is Chase with AV Pop Culture, and I'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.
I know.